Okay, welcome back. Where do you go from here? You got the vital report done, you've done your frequency optimization. What is the next step? The next step here is to look for patterns in the report. You're going to have to know your client, understand where the primary focus that they expect, but also keeping in mind that you're going to see some subtle issues here within this report. So like as an example, we see that there's a kidney issue. We've already noticed that when we looked at the rest of the report, a heart issue, and then also a secondary issue of the liver, and then a third issue here of the small intestine. So there's a GI issue. So right now, I usually default to these higher grade issues here. So we're going to look at I'm going to pick the heart as a prime example right now. We're going to focus on the heart. Without the heart, you're not very good. So we're going to go there first. So what we'll do is we're going to minimize this report. So we've got the heart, liver, and kidney. We're going to click on the back button here, and we're going to go into comprehensive. And in the comprehensive scan, we're going to look at, we're going to go down here to the heart. And these are all, there's hundreds of items in here. We're going to look at the heart specifically, and we're going to go ahead and scan. The scan process goes relatively quickly, and will show us any primary degenerative or inflammatory areas in the body where we may need to focus some additional therapy, and this is methatherapy. Now, interesting enough, you also see here the pulmonary trunk and the left common carotid artery. Here that is, we see some issues, and those have 7. So right now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and the next case is we're going to go to the database. We're going to say, all right, I want to do a custom frequency on the heart. And so we can select the heart here, and we're going to look at this, the path morphology. And you do this with all of these, and we'll have a bunch of them listed in here. They'll probably end up being, maybe 60 or so listed. We can click on the Analyzation, and what this does is it looks at this database here to find out what is actually going on, and then listing the value as well if it's active, and the nidus, and the duration, whether it's something that's current or something that could potentially be a future issue. So this process generally takes just a few seconds running through this database, and you can actually select multiple items in this database to check at any given time. This also shows the history of what you've tested for. So we're seeing this carcinoma 4. So this is a low-grade response. It's almost balanced, but it's showing us that there's something going on there. Now, does it impact the heart? Well, it impacts the overall health of the heart. So we're looking at everything. So right now what we're looking at is building a frequency. We're going to go ahead and click another one here. And you can do this with all of these here, and you're basically creating a customized frequency matrix to broadcast back to the body. Once that is done, this will generate this frequency. Then you go back and do what's called the frequency optimization. This history shows up in here and lists all of the items that you've built into that frequency optimization so that you can broadcast that back to the body. So now we see something else that popped up. Let's just say that that's good enough. We're going to go back in here, and now we're going to go into the heart where we were, and this will come up automatically, and we'll do a frequency optimization. It's using all of those frequencies that we put into the system already, building them in here. And what's happening is the system automatically determined that, hey, we need about 260 seconds here of frequency optimization. That's the beauty with the system, is it automatically determines the optimized frequency. So the process is we look at the heart and we follow that same methodology down. We look at the kidney and we look at the liver and any other items that are out, and then any other groups that we find, maybe circulation or something on there, we can just double check on those. And we also usually recommend choosing a blood component as well, or you can take a look and choose the cell membrane. But those give you a good overall view of what's going on in the body.